lo serio.
Siendo sincero, ¿sigues esperando esa promesa?
Créeme. ¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué quieres con él?
Ahora
¿Cómo te fue hoy?
Murieron por tu culpa. Se suponía que debías.
I was hoping Abigail would be with you.
She's on her way.
Hi, Auntie.
It's been too long, child. Oh, let me look at you. Still with the short hair, I see.
Auntie, we found something in Grandma's map.
Actually, your hair could be better too, now that I see you again. The pair of you are like tomboys out chasing after.
Auntie, please. Why did Grandma want me to have the map? I deserve to know.
Do you remember the stories your grandmother used to tell you as a child? About a magical, hidden place built by your ancestors?
Yes, but I grew up, and she grew old, and nothing magical ever happened.
But she didn't forget her promise. It's there, in your hands.
Why now?
I'm only the custodian of the map. It's up to you to discover its purpose.
Abby, I'm sure whatever is revealed in this map will lead to that hidden place and your answers.
I hope so. All right, let's take a look.
If we place each one of the fragments on the map where they were found, like so...
That's the Chacana, the Inca cross. It represents the three levels of existence: the upper world, the middle world, our world, and the underworld.
It also represents the things that make us human, like the ability to love, to take action, to gain wisdom.
But if I'm remembering correctly, the center of the Chacana is said to represent Cusco, the capital of the Inca Empire. In the context of the map, we're hundreds of miles from there.
Well, there are many interpretations of the Chacana. Cusco, a portal from one world to the next. It is also said to be the Eye of God, a guardian keeping watch over us all.
So, what are we looking for? I mean, this has to point to something, right?
Let's take a closer look. There has to be something we're not seeing. Something... There! I thought it was a small blemish when I first saw it, but in this light, it looks like a Maya hieroglyph.
Maya? That doesn't make any sense. We are Inca. What does it say?
Hahil. It means truth.
Truth. Truth about what?
I don't know. Does this place on the map mean anything to you?
Grandma and I would sit there when she told me stories about the hidden place.
Perhaps you'll find your answers there.
Are you ready?
Keep the map. I'll meet you there.
the pieces looked familiar. It's not until I put them all together that I can see it. It's the Chakana, the Inca cross. There are many interpretations of the cross, debated even amongst the Inca themselves, but it's an extremely important symbol nonetheless. There. I thought it was a small blemish when I first looked at it, but in this light, it looks like a Maya hieroglyph. It means truth.
Mommy, what is that on the island? There was a beautiful temple there.
Abby, keep your radio close. I'll stay in touch if I find anything.
Sounds good. And watch your ass in there.
You can count on that. This serpent's head looks like a trigger. The gas is on. This architecture is definitely Maya.
So strange. Why would my grandma want me to know about this place?
That counterweight looks connected to the bridge. That counterweight looks connected to the bridge. There must be another counterweight. Exploding that gas might move the pendulum. help move the pendulum. This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. This doesn't make any sense.
What have you got?
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this pendulum could be
Sorry,
moved to reach
I'm
the
not
wall
gonna be
behind
much help
it?
to you there.
This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. This doesn't make any sense.
What have you got?
This pendulum could... If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. This doesn't make any sense. This pendulum could be
What have
moved to
you got?
reach the wall behind it. If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. On this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. This pendulum could be moved to reach the wall behind it. An explosion would help me reach the pendulum. The gas is on. This bridge must have a counterweight to raise it. Gonna be quite the climb. There are statues here, huge faces arranged in a circle around a central column. They're watching over it like sentinels. But what are they guarding?
You have a view that I don't. Now I kind of wish I came with you.
These platforms must have counterweights like the bridges. 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 Exploding that gas might do something. This gas must be turned on. There must be another lever to activate the gas head. The platform should go back up. Whoever was wearing this either had a splitting headache or they didn't leave at all. Wait, there's dried blood here. The platform should go back up. These platforms must have counterweights like the bridges. This gas must explode to keep the platform moving up. Looks like the platform is locked at this level. This petal must be raised to move the platform up. Gas must be activated like the other. This counterweight can move the petal outside. gas must be activated like the other. Looks like the platform is locked at this level. This petal must be raised to move the platform up. Need to go back down to bring the platform back up. I found a note. It was written by your grandmother. She confesses to killing a man to protect herself and the village. She calls him the missing man from Porvenir. Does that mean anything to you?
I remember when I was a little kid, there was a search. One of the workers disappeared. We never found him. Shortly after that, the last of the oil dried up and Porvenir left. Grandma killed that guy. My grandma.
I don't think she had a choice. This petal must be raised to move the platform up. These counterweights can create a weighted path. find a way to get over there. I think I saw a path down below. The pendulum can be used to reach that side of the room. Finally, an easy one. Petals will be useful to reach that path. The gas is closed. I'll have to find a way to get over there. I think I saw a path down below. To reach that path. This path must lead to a gas trigger. There's the switch. I'd better activate it. The platform might be raised from here. The gas could bring the pendulum to me. The switch should be just up here. Abby, I've got your grandmother's journal here. The switch should be just up here.
You can't leave me hanging like that. Go on, what does it say?
The short of it, you're a descendant of the Maya Queen Avarane on your grandmother's side. You're the latest in a long line of protectors that...
What? Queen Avarane? Grandma is related to a Maya queen. Wait, I'm related to a Maya queen?
Yes, you're a guardian from what your grandmother said. It's all here.
What does that mean? I'm not even Maya. This day has gotten way too heavy. Pilar's got a lot of explaining to do.
Abby, I found a mural depicting a great journey. A Maya queen leading thousands of her people from Mexico to Peru.
Why did she lead them here?
There are many theories about what happened to the Maya. There are old favorites: invasion, civil war, collapsing trade routes. But one theory has become very popular. The Maya civilization... Finally, an easy one. Finally, an easy one. Finally, an easy one. Petals will be useful to reach that path. Petals will be useful. Finally, an easy one. Petals will be useful to reach that path. This path must lead to a gas trigger. The gas is on. The platform might be raised from here. The platform might be raised from here. The switch should be just up here. The switch should be just up here. The switch should be just up here. find a counterweight to raise that last petal. Need to find a counterweight to raise that last petal. To raise that last petal. There's a sarcophagus here. It's beautiful. Definitely royalty.
These are
Made it.
sarcophagus, like a coffin.
Exactly like a coffin.
I thought it was a forge.
Made it. Whoever is buried here, they were very closely tied to this place and its purpose.
You found the hidden place?
It was a forge, but something more as well.
Yes. It is the resting place of the Maya queen Abarrane, the first guardian of Kwakyaku. She built the forge to construct an artifact of great power.
What artifact?
I don't know. Mariana told me that what was born from that place had long been lost. But she said the message it contained would always endure. It was a message of hope for the future.
If you knew about all this, why wouldn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, but I made a promise to Mariana.
So what? I'm supposed to accept that I'm Maya all of a sudden?
Abarrane's bloodline has been diluted over the centuries, but you are descended from her.
So what does this mean?
You're a guardian, Abigail. Like Mariana and her mother before her, all the way back to the time of Abarrane.
I can't be a guardian. I have responsibilities here.
You've been protecting this village for years. Hasn't a little bit of you always known? Felt compelled somehow? You are the keeper of the story now.
That's what Grandma used to say. She said it was her job to keep its story, to keep it safe. She promised that one day she would show me where it was, and then I'd be the keeper of its story.
She didn't forget her promise. She just had a different way of showing you.
It's so like her, isn't it? She couldn't just tell me. Had to make a treasure hunt out of it.
I loved your grandmother as if she was my own sister. But sometimes she was a gigantic pain in the ass.
Abby, I think I'll leave you two alone to talk about things. Sounds like you've got some catching up to do.
Thanks, Lara. Here, I want you to have this for all your help. And before you say anything, it's customary, so you kind of can't say no.
Thank you.